Up as here guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee. And he'll take over at the 25. First carry now. This is Johnson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Here we go.
Again, it's Johnson. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3 and out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now Carr throwing on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Time running out here on the play clock. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Going to try and throw on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So out come the Bucs now. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
A first carry now for Kenneth Dixon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go! 1, 9.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kenneth Dixon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
On second down, Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll look to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Third down here.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. They'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A run by Foreman to start the drive. Finds a seam inside the 40. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Here we go! 38!
They go to Johnson again. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Come on, let's go!
Back to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And there he goes again. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, what a game for him. He hits for the return cycle, so to speak. He had the kick return. Now the harder part, just got the punt return for a touchdown.
And I would imagine that the special teams coach, as the ball left the punter's foot, he was thinking, should have kicked away from him.
Yeah.
Should have kicked away from him. He's in a groove, and sometimes you hit those grooves or those zones in a game, and he's in one now. He's in perfect sync with his teammates blocking, and he knows how to find the end zone.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be. The final play of this first quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Come on, let's go!
They'll drop the throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Come on, let's go!
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And able to find Conley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Carl try it again on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Again, it's Carr. He completes it to Bryant. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Here's Foreman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, here's Carr. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Carr. He's got the hook up with Conley. And oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 22-yard line. They'll run with Foreman, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. He'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Carr to throw on second down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll start the drive with Dixon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Watch tight end. Got three down. Come on!
Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On first down, they go with Dixon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They'll give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Come on, let's go! Ohio!
Looking to throw. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Let's go!
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Second and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An NFL update. They're in the 2nd quarter in Baltimore. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
If this was boxing, you think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one, because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but, hey, there's one.
Clip and save. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Panthers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Now Carr. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Give. This is Dixon. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Give running right, Dixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Bucs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Gilbert. There he goes left side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he floated one out there incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The first carry for the Utah man now, it's Joe Williams. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
2nd down following the run. A carry for Foreman. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
They run again with Foreman. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, something got lost in translation in this game. He's run the ball really well, done all the things that you want in a game plan, but unable to convert it into points, unable to ring the bell consistently enough to make it a winning effort.
Now on first, Dixon again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push him back more. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gilbert. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going deep for Hopkins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground, and he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Again, it's Foreman. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Carr going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gilbert. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback right in the face of him puts him down.
Now Foreman. And some room to roam now. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there. And they're going to have a 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Let's go!
On play action, they'll throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Try the counter with Dixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Here we go. 190.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
The Panthers on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Carolina, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Tampa.